gotta wait till it calms down a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. I got to respray too. My brother and myself go out and spray again around my mom's, and come back over by my place and do it.
Roger, Roger. All right, we'll be standing by. Good to hear it, Roddy. KJ6TYO, W6KEJ.
All right, Jerry. KJ6TYO.
And just for fun, I'm currently streaming on YouTube. K6USY.
Heard somebody from Ridley, but they were coming in the other way.
Yeah, we will wait and see what happens. K6USY, West Fresno.
You can hear me okay, Aaron?
Oh yeah, you're S9. I don't think we've ever had any problems hearing each other.
All right. We'll be here. KJ6TY.
K6USY.
Somebody's calling you, Aaron, but they're on the they're backwards from what we're supposed to be doing. I could hear him on 46.340, but he heard you.
Yeah, anyone out there that can hear the sound of my voice and my 100-watt blowtorch, we are doing the net on Simplex tonight. So turn off the dupe, turn off the tone, and come join us on 146.940 Simplex. And we'll be getting started here in about 3 minutes. K6USY, West Fresno.
Are you going to monitor 6-1 also, Aaron?
No. I mean, I can monitor on the Spectrum scope, but I plan on parking it right here the whole time.
Okay, I'll put it in the scanner in case anyone thinks that the repeater's down, which it is, but.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I don't have a dedicated scanner here at my house, so it's on the list. K6USY.
Roger that. KI6QL.
Repeater already shut off. Aaron, W6TLM. Roger.
Hey, Ted, sounds like you had a tone coming through your signal. Just FYI, W6KEG.
Yeah, maybe that's what I get when I go to Simplex.
Okay, whatever, man. Anyway, hope all is well. Good to hear you, Ted. W6KEG.
Yeah. All I did was put it on Simplex, so I don't know what else would be going on, Jerry. So we'll play it by ear. W6TLM.
Well, it may not be a tone. It's just a little hum in your background, but wow, what a signal. I mean, 20 over S9, so sounded good, Ted.
God, maybe you ought to do Simplex all the time.
Good point. All right, I'll be standing by. W6TLM, W6KEG.
W6TLM.
I heard SRR on the input of the repeater there, Aaron. QST, QST, QST. This is amateur radio station KI6QEL. My name is Dwayne, and I'll be the net control station for the Fresno Amateur Radio Club's Sunday Night Net. The Fresno Amateur Radio Club is affiliated with the ARRL. Before I continue, is there any emergency traffic? This net is being held on 146.940 megahertz simplex for Fresno Amateur Radio Club members and guests. It provides news and information as a supplement to our regular club meetings. Once again, the frequency for this net tonight is 146.940 megahertz simplex. Fresno Amateur Radio Club meets the second Friday of each month. You are invited to attend the meetings at the Darrell's Mini Storage Training Center at 3239 West Ashland Avenue in Fresno at 1900 local time. If the meeting location and date are changed, the information will be announced on this net and in Skip. Remember to visit our website at w6to.com. This is a directed net. Please transmit only when requested by net control. And let's get started tonight with our President's Report with WA6OIB. Ken? He's on 3-4. Roger that. All right, Ken. You want to try that again on 9-4? You were on the input of the repeater there.
This is WA6OIB, Northern Columbus, on 9-4 now. I had it on 9-4, but I was looking at another frequency and it went back to the memory, so sorry about that. My bad. Good evening to everyone on the net and all ships at sea. WA6OIB here. Just Aaron's going to be doing the meeting this coming month, so I'll let him do his thing and let us know what it's all about. And I want to thank all the folks that were concerned about Gwen and I. We both had some medical procedures, and we're doing fine now. Everybody's through it. I'm not quite through it, but I'm good. So, and we got a testing session coming up on Tuesday. If anybody wants to take a test, it wasn't part of my class. You're certainly welcome to. All grades will be tested. They just have to contact me or Rob Mavis and let us know you're coming. Walk-ins are fine if you know where it's at. It's going to be at the People's Church in the Student Ministry Center. That's where the testing will be given by Rob and his group. So I think that's about it for me. WA6OIB.
All right, Ken. Thanks for that report. And we'll move along to our Vice President's report with K6USY. Aaron.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. K6USY here in West Fresno with 100 watts here on 146.940 Simplex. Join us at our club meeting on May 10th, coming up next week, where we're going to be playing with and talking about wire antennas and various different configurations. If you got a wire antenna that's sitting on the shelf, bring it in. Let's take a look at it. Let's figure out how these things work and the different methods of shortening them or installing them. And if you got some questions, bring them. If you got some answers, bring those too. So it should be a lot of fun. We're gonna play with wire antennas on the 10th, and that is all. And I will be standing by as a relay for anybody that can't hear net control or get back to net control later on in the net. But reminder to everybody: turn off your dupe and turn off your tone. K6USY.
All right, Aaron. Thanks for that report. Are there any other board members with reports or announcements? Are there representatives from other radio clubs who have announcements? The official FARC member roll call is coming up. Visitors will be invited to check in following the FARC member roll call. And remember that tonight's net is being held on 146.940 megahertz Simplex. So let's get started tonight, and we're going to go all the way out to Reedley for WY6B. Jack.
Well, good evening. This is Jack, WY6B, and hopefully we'll make it.
All right, Jack. I do have you. You're very weak tonight, but I got you in there, and you get an X in the square. W6CMR, Craig. Any relays on Craig? KM6CVB, Gary. Any relays for Gary? WA6FFJ, Joe. N6FUB, Richard. Any relays on Richard? WB6GBS, Ben. I did hear you on the input, Ben. We're working 146.940 megahertz Simplex. But I did hear you on the input. How about KM6GSO, Greg? Say one more time, Greg. Greg, we are working on 146.940 megahertz Simplex tonight, and I did hear you on the input of the repeater, but I do have you checked in. How about WA6IMA, Jeff?
Well, I have to find out where Simplex is. Maybe a little bit
Is there a relay for Jeff? I think I heard him in there.
Yeah, he was in there very weak, but I heard him.
All right, we're going to put you down as the relay station, have you checked in, you get an X in the square. And KE6JSX, Ron. Ron is down in Reedley. Do I have any relays for Ron?
He was there. Saw the input.
Who was my relay?
W6NIF. I heard him down there in Sanger, Reedley.
All right. I'll give Jim the relay station. And how about W6KEG, Jerry?
Well, hello, Dwayne and the net. This is a very interesting exercise, and kind of makes you kind of think twice about trying your coverage on Simplex. So, but anyway, if everybody's sounding good, Aaron sounded great. You're barreling in here. So, anyway, thanks for the exercise. Back to you, Dwayne. W6KEG.
All right, Jerry. Yeah, we'll see how it goes here and how many more I can get out to. You get an X in the square, though. K6KEP, John.
This is John, K6KEP, Mobile.
Did you hear him, Dwayne?
Yeah, I got him out here on the mobile.
All right, John in the mobile, got you checked in. I did think I heard you, but I couldn't make out what you were saying. So I'll give USY the relay station, and I won't need a relay for this guy. W6NIF, Jim.
Hello, Mr. Dwayne. You're doing a good job there. Everybody seems to be coming in pretty good over here by Fresno Ag, so signals are doing all right so far. W6NIF.
All right, Jim. Got you checked in, X in the square. How about KI6NVG, Dennis?
KI6NVG checking in.
All right, Dennis. I do have you checked in with a nice big X in the square. And we'll give WA6OIB another chance. He was here, so I'll give him an X. How about W6OWL, Larry?
Proxy check-in for W6OWL. He's stuck at a restaurant. This is KK6ZKE.
All right, Terry, we'll give Larry a proxy check-in. And let's move on to W0PJD, Joe. Any relays on Joe? All right, we'll give QEL a net control check-in. And we'll move on to KN6QLE, Joe. Any relays for QLE? All right, how about KJ6QNY, Marcus?
Proxy check-in for Marcus. We took all of his gear out of his ham shack, so check him in by proxy. He was on the telephone here. WA6OIB.
All right, Ken. Got a proxy check-in for Marcus. How about AJ6SF, Daryl?
This is AJ6SF, Daryl Clovis. That number is 805-150, so hopefully that's coming in. You're coming in about 10 over 9.
Well, you're coming in full scale here, Daryl. Got you checked in, X in the square. And let's go out to O'Neill's now and see if Rob's there. KM6SRR, Rob.
You may want to proxy him in. He just called and said he can't make it in on Simplex, WA6OIB.
Yeah, say that again, Ken.
Rob just called the wife, and she came out and told me that he can't make it in on Simplex, so check him in.
Yeah, I did hear him on the input of the repeater. So he did come in, and I did hear him on the input. So I do have you checked in, Rob, but you were heard on the input on 146.34. All right, how about KD6STR, Aram? That little discone does just fine. You were full scale here, Aram, and I got you checked in, X in the square. And W6TLM, Ted.
Hi, Dwayne. W6TLM. No traffic, but I'm only hearing about half of these people.
Yeah, roger that. I had 5 that I needed a relay for, so same here. But you get an X in the square, you're 20 over here. How about WA6U, Ed? Any relays for Ed?
He hasn't been around for the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, roger that. All right, how about KN6UBL, Ron? All right, Ron, you are on the input of the repeater, and I did hear you on the scanner, though, so I will give you an X in the square, but we are on 146.940 megahertz simplex tonight. How about KN6UDY, Ron? All right, same thing, Ron. I did hear you on the input, but like I say, we're running on 146.940 megahertz simplex tonight. But I did hear you on the input, and you get an X in the square. How about KN6UKU, Tamara? K6USY, Aaron?
Yep, K6USY still here out in West Fresno. No additional traffic. I will still be standing by.
All right, Aaron. You get a nice big bold black X in the square. How about W6VPS, Paul? All right, Paul, I did get you on the input to the repeater, but we are working on the output of the repeater tonight, but I do have you checked in. You were on 3.4, and we're working 9.4. Anyway, got you checked in. AD6W, Larry. Let's go all the way out to Sanger. KN6WET, Guy. Any relays on Guy? All right, let me check a couple of our frequent visitors here. K6ACE, Larry.
Good evening, Dwayne. Hopefully you can hear me. No traffic.
You are loud and clear, Larry. Got you checked in. X in the square. How about KB6GFD, Dennis? KN6JPY, Kevin. And I doubt if I'm going to hear Brett, but we'll give him a try over in Newman. November 5, November Papa Delta, Brett. KN6NVM. Al. Kilo Delta 6 Papa Charlie Zulu. Joel.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kilo Delta 6 Papa Charlie Zulu Joel in Fresno. No traffic. Hope you can hear me.
I hear you just fine, Joel. You're full scale over here, and you get an X in the square. How about KN6SGL? Stan.
Hey, Dwayne, this is KN6SGL, Stan and Clovis. Hopefully you can hear me. No traffic.
You are loud and clear and full scale over here, Stan. Got you checked in, X in the square. KJ6TYO, Ron.
KJ6TYO checking in, no traffic.
All right, Ron. Got you checked in. Nice signal, X in the square. KK6ZKE, Terry.
Good evening, KK6ZKE here. Just wondering how I sound at your location.
You are full scale and loud and clear here.
Roger that.
All right, Terry. Thanks for checking in. X in the square for you. Okay, let's go back to our members list. Do we have any late or missed members?
K6 KEP.
KM6SRR.
KN6WET.
KN6T, give it to me one more time.
K6 KEP. Kilo 6 Kilo Echo Papa.
All right. TZK got you checked in. And let's see here. I think I heard KEP. Was that? No. Was that John?
Roger. I just wonder if this sounds any better than the mobile did. Go ahead.
Oh, roger that. Yeah, John, you're full scale on the 9.4 Simplex now.
Very good. Carry on. K6 KEP.
All right. Do we have any other late or missed members?
Yeah, Rob was in there, KM6SRR.
I'll let him try it again. He was so loud.
KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, Rob, go ahead.
Are you hearing me on 940, or am I still coming in on 3 whatever?
Nope, you're on 9.4 now. You're on Simplex.
Okay, yep. This damn Yaesu radio's got all kinds of buttons and mismenus and crap you got to go through. So, anyway, I am here. Nothing to report there. Oh, critter report. Did I mention that I found a snake out there the other day? Over.
Uh-oh. What kind of snake?
By the time I got back over to get my snake stick and bucket, he disappeared. So, he was either a garter snake or a rattlesnake. Over. Little baby.
Ooh, be careful of those. All right, Rob. Thanks for the critter report. And you learned something on your radio tonight. So you get an X in the square. All right. Do we have any other late or missed members?
WET was in there.
KN6WET, Guy.
This is KN6WET. I have no traffic.
I did hear him break the squelch, but I couldn't understand a word. But I'll give him an X in the square, and we'll give KEG a relay on that one. And do we have any other late or missed members? Do we have any other visiting stations tonight?
HTV is in there.
KD6HTV, Chris?
Yeah, he's there.
All right. No, I cannot hear him at all, but I'll give NIF a relay for me. And thanks for checking in, Chris. And thanks for the relay, Jim. And do we have any other visitors tonight?
Okay, just answering my call sign to clear that thing there. W6NIF clear.
All right, Jim. Do we have any other visiting stations tonight? All right, last call for any late, missed, or visiting stations. All right, hearing none, this concludes this session of the Fresno Amateur Radio Club's net. We had 26 check-ins tonight, which is very good for a simplex exercise. And this net meets every Sunday at 1900 local time, usually on the repeater, but tonight we're doing it simplex. Monitor the other FARC net on the 146.940 megahertz repeater, which is the daily morning commute net with Ben, WB6GBS, Monday through Friday from 0730 to 8 a.m. And remember to attend the regular FARC club meetings the second Friday of every month at the Darrell's Mini Storage on West Ashland Avenue. This is Net Control Station KI6QEL, thanking you for taking part in tonight's simplex exercise, and a big thank you to all of my relay stations. This frequency is now once again available for regular amateur radio use. 7-3 KI6QEL. Go Giants! Go ahead. Meadow Lakes. Yeah, where are you now? Oh, roger that. Yeah, no, I'm right down here by Fashion Fair. Are you still in there, Aaron? Yeah, that's Aaron. He's out by Fort Washington Country Club. So, I don't know. He might be in a hole down there.
He is heard in Biola.
I guess he can hear you in Biola, Aram.
Contact.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Aram, this is W6KEG. You are just blowing my socks off here, 20 over 9 signal, but I guess we're pretty close. I'm right over here by Valley Children's Hospital, Roger. Well, it's Verking, as my ex-German boss would say, but I just out of curiosity, is your antenna Omni, or do you have a beam? Okay, roger.
Ask him how much power he's running.
running 100 watts. Did you get that, Aaron?
Yep, I got it. Yeah, it's just that disc cone's not making it out to my antenna.
Well, it's making it out to Biola way past you, so it must be something in the way.
Well, Ron has a beam.
Well, that was somebody else. It's Biola.
It's me, KJ6TYO. I'm just on a vertical.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on a beam.
No.
Okay, there's a big tree in the way then.
I would guess that's the case. Hey, Ron?
Yes, sir.
What does my signal look like out at your location?
You are full scale.
Okay. Well, that's 900 watts, so that ought to do it.
10-meter night on Wednesday nights or whatever, man. You key up, man. Everybody can hear you.
I think we doubled.
I'm sorry. I was just complimenting you on your transceiver, man. I mean, I don't care if it's 10 meters or on Wednesday nights or here on Sunday nights, man. You're always blowing smoke, man. You have a great station over there.
Well, we're only 3 miles apart, Jerry, so that's not very bad. Not very much distance.
Yeah, Roger. All right, I'll get out of here. W6KEJ.
Yeah, I can probably stand on my roof with a handheld and give you a full scale. We're so close.
Well, you know, if I yell real loud outside, you could probably hear me.
Is that what I've been hearing at night? Especially on a full moon. I'll be darned. That was you.
Oh, I gave up my secrets now.
Yeah, Aram's right between you and me, about halfway between, so he's taking my meter here, too.
Roger. W6KET.
Thank you, and thank you, Dwayne. Good job. WA60IB and all the relay stations. Cool.
Yep, now we know who we need to teach how to get their radios out of duplex.
Yeah, well, you saw what I did. 9700. If you go off channel checking something, it puts everything back to the memory. So I took it out of memory and dialed it in, so to keep it from running around when I change frequencies. That was a dumb mistake.
Yeah, I could easily do the same thing. I just turned the dupe and the tone off, but if I change channels, it's going to put it right back on.
Right, that's why I went ahead and went to VFO and put the thing in, so then I could change around and listen to the input and whatnot without having to change around. So, all right, well, I hope the repeater comes back up.
Well, go up there and poke it. Alrighty, I'm heading off the 2-meter sideband, K6USY.
Okay, yeah, it's at 8 o'clock. It'll do it by itself, supposedly. I mean, that's what it's programmed to do. So I'm going to wait and see at 8 o'clock. If it doesn't come back, and I'll poke at it. All right, WA60IB, QSY2 sideband with the bozos.
Hey, Ken, before you go, or did you already leave? I got a question.
I didn't leave yet. No, I'm still here. And I'm ready and willing and able to answer your questions. I don't know how correct I will be, but yeah, just take your chances.
Well, I'll take my chances. Anyway, I did notice a double chunk after Dwayne unkeyed his mic. Now, even though we're 940 Simplex, is the repeater still doing something?
No, not at all. That's his radio. Some radios, he's got a little programming glitch in there because some of those radios are able to do a tone out and whatnot. And if that's not all turned off, it'll lag. You'll get a little burst of noise, then it'll lag, and then it'll drop out. And that's what you're hearing.
Okay. Well, that answered my question. See, so you were good. Anyway, have a good rest of the evening, and my best to Gwen. W6KEJ.
Yeah, that's a programming thing, and every radio that does that, it's a little bit different too. I remember working on one for a while, trying to figure out what that was when they first came out with that feature. And I was pulling my hair out until I started looking through the menus real close. Oh, there it is. It's got a tone-out feature that's probably been turned on. So anyway, that's good. There was something else I was going to mention to you too, but I've lost it now. Oh well, there goes my brain again. WA60IB.
Is that my radio that you're talking about?
That is correct.
All right, let me try this. See if you hear it now, because I use the lock button on the microphone, and I'm going to just hit the push-to-talk on the microphone after this transmission and see if you hear it on the other one. So this is with the lock button, and this is with just the push-to-talk button.
Yep, okay. Your lock button's hanging up.
Okay. I kind of thought that, but I think it's done it forever.
Yep, well, that's another feature. An undocumented feature.
Yeah, and this is a Kenwood MC60 microphone that's going into an old ADI AR147 radio, so who knows, there may be something messed up.
Yeah, well, it makes you sound like you're on a remote base, to be honest. When I first heard, what's that? What? He's got a remote base out there, and he's not going to need any relays, but then I figured out, oh, no, it's not that.
Yeah, okay. I kind of thought it was the lock button. Anyway, okay, KI6QL.
Thank you, Dwayne. Yeah, well, there you go.
I'm glad you figured that out, Dwayne. It was driving me nuts.
Well, I like doing it to you.
Yeah, it looked cool on the Spectrum scope. I was thinking your radio was wigging out, but well, at least you know how what was causing it.
Well, that's not a long drive either, Aaron.
What was that, Ken?
I said, that's not a long drive. He was driving you crazy. It's not a long drive.
It's a short drive.
Yep. Short drive on a short bus.
Yeah, it's funny. When I watch the power supply, when I let up on the lock button, it kind of transmits again. And when I do it with the push-to-talk button, it just goes straight down. So.
Roger. Well, at least, you know what? We all learned something tonight. That's very cool.
WA6OIB, KM6SRR.
Yes, sir, Mr. Rob.
Yeah, I guess I've been bouncing back and forth here between repeater and non-repeater use. Anyway, I took the test tonight here. I missed 9, so I'm better than what I did at the class there. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ron Heisman came over and took some tests too, and first one he did okay on, the second one he passed pretty good, so and he's going to take some more. So, yeah, you're getting there.
Roger on that. The website we had there, when I talked to Kerry, he said it's not .com, it's .org. Over.
It is .org. Did I have .com somewhere?
That's what I wrote down, so I think that's what was up on the board. Over.
Oh, I'll have to check my board. No, I know it's .org. I'm a member, and I've been using it for years with my students and whatnot. So if I wrote .com somewhere, that's my bad. But you know what? On these, if you just start the name of it, it usually drags it back up. And if you do put the wrong one in there, you can find out right away.
Yep, it just hung there and did nothing. So I tried using the org like Kerry suggested, and it seemed to work. Although it said it didn't like me having my browser cookies turned off. Over.
Oh yeah, they use cookies to keep track of you. Don't worry about it. They won't do anything. And like I said, I've been a member of them for years. That's just so that they know where you are in your progress, and they can tailor the output to meet your needs. That's what they do.
Okay, well, that's something else I have to figure out how to turn off. So if I turn off the cookies, is that on everything or just that site?
Well, it all depends on how you're turning them off, whether you do it from their side or if you do it from your browser. If you do it from your browser, it's going to affect them all.
Yeah, do I need to have the cookies off and I just leave it the way it is?
Well, there's a menu in there you can do selective cookie too, but you gotta, I don't know what browser you're using and whatnot, so they're all a little bit different.
Yep, I'm using the shoot, I forgot the name of it now here. It's a I'll think of it in a minute.
Rob, basically every modern website's going to require cookies, so you're better off just turning it on.
Yeah, if they're interactive at all, you have to have it on. I leave mine on. I don't bother with it.
Well, mine might be on, and this site just did that to me, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look and see.
Yeah, there's other websites that are out there too that you can take practice exams on. So you just got to make sure you're doing the right pool. Don't do the new one that's coming out this summer.
No, I picked the proper pool and got it going. So I think it's the right one there. I'll have to futz with taking it after the bozo net, I guess. Again, over.
Yep, keep taking them over and over.
Different sites. There's lots and lots of them, of course, even the ARRL, but the three sites I gave you seem to be, I've tried them all, and the first one has seemed to be the best, easiest to get in and out of, and they seem to do a much better job of presenting things. So that's why I gave you that one first, but you can use one of the other two. But it looks like you're doing all right with the first one.
Roger that. I'll let you guys go. WA6OIB and K6USY, KM6SR. I'm going to QSY over to 144-240. Over.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to be studying. You shouldn't be on the radio.
Who's going to keep track of the check-ins and do the log?
If it isn't done one night, it's not going to fall apart. But I know. I'm just kidding. All right, I'll see you guys over there. Aaron, thank you for what you did tonight on this thing. I'm going to try and get the repeater back up. Well, no, I'm going to let it come up by itself at 8 o'clock. I'm going to see if it works. So don't mess with it. We're going to see if it works. It should iron itself out to the right macro and everything at 8 o'clock. So, and I know the clock was right when I left it, so we shall see. We'll keep an eye on it. WA6OIB, QSY to the lower end of the band.
Very good. Yeah, and I'm waiting on NARCC to re-coordinate the Bear Mountain repeater. We'll get that taken care of, and then we can deal with the club repeater. We'll do that one next. K6USY.
Yeah, I'm all into that. I'm logged into that and all that good stuff. So I'll take care of it. I just haven't had a chance to. So it will get done.
Ken, I got one more question.
Okay, I've only got a half an answer left.
All right, man. If the repeater's off, how come people were checking in on the offset?
Well, because they didn't program their radios. Their radios were programmed to do the duplex, not duplex, I mean the offset. That's what I'm trying to say. And they did not program it for simplex, so they still had the minus in there. So the repeaters not listening to you, but the radios are still transmitting on 3-4, so they have to get into their menus or whatever, depending on the radio, and take the shift off. Should be zero shift.
Roger. All right, Ken, thanks. Yeah, that was a stupid question. W6KEG.
There's never a stupid question. I might give you a stupid answer, but in this case, I was pretty certain I was correct.
K6USY, real quick, I had a question. I just got a laptop. It was installed with Windows. I took it to a professional PC guy, and the COM and the LPT ports do not show on the device manager. Any ideas what I could do? thought every PC or laptop has COM ports. This is a ThinkPad T450. That's about like 10 years old. How would I know that? Okay, let me rephrase that. So I have a home setup where I have an FT710 and a desktop, and I'm using the cable that plugs into the radio, and it goes to the computer with what do they call those, like printer type cables? Yeah, I installed the drivers, but I had it worked on. I installed the drivers, it still doesn't work. It doesn't show. The driver, like the one off of the Yaesu website. I downloaded that, and it's still not recognizing it. So, and then when I show the hidden files, sorry, this is turning longer than it should. When I show the hidden files, it shows it's there, but then it's saying, hey, you need to run the disk or whatever to add the legacy hardware, and then it doesn't work.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Wouldn't be able to diagnose it without actually being able to look at it. It's kind of hard to diagnose problems like that over the radio.
Okay, maybe let me work on it some more, and if not, I'll figure something out.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's entirely. What version of Windows are you running?
Windows 10 Professional.
Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, don't know what to tell you. I mean, you can always try plugging the radio into another computer and just verify that everything pops up.
Yeah, it does when I do it off of my desktop, and I'm trying to replicate the same setup with the laptop, but it's a no-go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, there's something else going on because, if you've confirmed that the radio is fine when you plug it into another computer, then it should just work, on the laptop. So, who knows? That'd be something we would have to take a look at in person.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. K6USY, KN6WET, clear.
Alrighty, guy. We'll catch you later. K6USY, West Fresno.